Hello again, comic book fans! Welcome back to another edition of Comic Book Geezers. I am your host, Wild Bill, the Unknown Comic, and as always, my partner in crime, the creator of the show, his idea.
I'm Pete. How's everybody doing? We got another extra special top 5 villain show for you today, a new format we're doing.
Doing Thor.
Well, see, I'm showing my Thor shirt, and all you can see is the Hulk up top. So here's Thor versus the Hulk. There he is. There's Chris Hemsworth right there from the films. So
Pete's it was Pete's idea, so he gave me the assignment of picking the not so popular villains. He's gonna do the popular villains, the 5 popular. I'm gonna do the 5 one-hit wonders, as I call them. So here we go.
So my pick for number 1
villain,
top villain of Thor ever, has got to be his half-brother Loki, right?
Oh, yes.
Gotta be. It's just gotta be, right?
He's completely slipped my mind.
Probably the most vile villain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's like nothing good. You know, because you could say what you want about Thanos.
What issue is that?
And Doctor Doom and whatever. This is 108, so this is Journey to Mystery 108.
Nice.
But Loki, there's like no redeeming qualities about Loki at all.
No.
Whatsoever. So he's got to be
number
number
1.
Make
him kinder in the movies than in the comics.
Way kinder.
He's so jealous and envious of Thor.
He's just awful.
Anytime Thor gets any kind of praise from Odin, like he just wants to pull the rug out from under Thor's feet. He gets so pissed.
He
doesn't get any.
He's like,
he hates it when Thor does good and gets accolades.
He's like the whiny younger brother who some of us may or may not have had, who just is just miserable. Right?
He just wants to step into the spotlight and hog all the glory and rule Asgard as well.
Exactly. So that's my number 1 pick.
He's a fiend.
He's totally a fiend.
He's totally a fiend.
I'm going to go with number 2. I'm going to go with Ulick the Troll.
See, now I thought that might have been number 1 in my book. I would
because you didn't think about
Loki. Yeah, he would have been number 2.
Yeah.
or whatever. But good call.
Ulick, yeah,
I concur.
Strength-wise, pretty similar to Thor. And especially in the early issue, the first 200 issues,
the Troll
Master. Because the trolls were always at war with the Asgardians.
Yeah,
and Ulick was like the strongest.
But he's not the guy that forged the. Who's the guy that forged the hammer? Was that Mangog? Who did that?
No, the Forge the Hammer. That was actually one of the giant dwarves, or something like that. Those big giant, because that's on another world or whatever.
All right,
but
what's that guy's name?
I forget what his name is. Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
what his name is.
So he's not a villain.
No.
Okay.
No. My number 3 villain, I'm going to go with the Destroyer.
All right.
Which, was a robot or android creature that actually created by Odin himself.
What's funny about this is when I saw this book, I was looking at it as one of my one-hit wonders, and I was like, well, he's pretty tough, so I'll keep looking. As I went through my Thor collection, I skipped on him, but I was dreaming about this guy as possibly entering him into my pick, but I did not.
But he fought the Destroyer quite a bit.
Yeah, I have some older issues, like 224 he's in there.
Yeah. He was in quite a few, early. He was in an early one, I think 118, is the debut of the Destroyer. But a really, really powerful
villain.
Character. Yeah, big time. I'm going to go with number 4, one of my personal favorites, the Absorbing Man.
Yeah,
and he fought Thor many times.
I just recently got.
Bill just recently got this one. This is probably my favorite battle between these two guys.
It's great.
It's great.
And he gets his power from Loki, so that you're right on track, Pete.
Exactly,
right on track. I like it.
Number 5. There's a lot I could have picked. Yeah, I went with this guy.
I'm just kidding. No. It's a joke.
I went with this guy because he's also one of the most powerful villains ever. And not like he fought Thor a million times. He fought him a lot of times.
Him as I'm looking at the corner of my eye.
Mangog.
Yes.
All right.
There he is.
Created from the souls of millions and millions of people from planet blah, 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 whatever. So, but yeah, a rough and tough customer whose power actually equals Odin's. All right, so they've got it takes like the combined might of everybody in Asgard.
I like his claws.
Oh yeah, this is classic Kirby. You like how you don't even see Thor other than like his arm and the hammer, right?
Yeah. You see his arm. You just see his left arm.
That's it. This is a great Kirby
because the villain
cover.
Dominates the page, which is awesome.
You got to, and he's just so damn ugly. So all right, a couple honorable mentions here. So how about Searcher?
How about him?
The giant fire demon.
Searcher.
Isn't
it a surgical instrument?
Searcher. I never know how to say the name. Anyway, he's
I need a searcher nurse.
Hela, the goddess of death, right? She's up there. How about the executioner and the enchantress? All right.
Okay, I don't know the Enchantress, but okay.
And the Wrecker.
Yeah.
Fought the Wrecker a lot, right? And the Wrecking Crew. And how about early on, especially because it was probably he probably fought these two guys more often than anybody else. Mr. Hyde and the Cobra.
Oh,
Fought those guys all the time early, like in the first 25 issues. Oh my God, Thor! That was like number one nemesis.
and those guys have like no power.
Well, Hyde is a little bit strong, but the Cobra's not strong.
But they're
at all.
like nemesis of Daredevil.
Later on, yeah, but early on, man, like in those early Journey into Mystery, Thor fought those two guys like almost every issue.
I can't get over that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
All right, so now we'll move on to one-hit wonders.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Thermal Man.
He's actually pretty strong.
Yeah,
But
I have a pretty solid Thor collection, pretty much from 200 to 300. I don't really have sub 200 issues, but I just recently got this, and this is the only one that I had, so I'm like, this is a good call. So I went with this.
I can't recall him ever showing up again.
Yeah. All right, so I'm doing good then.
You are, and this guy too.
Mercurio.
It's like, who the hell, right?
Yeah. Now there was a bunch I could go through. I really.
You got some good rare ones.
Yeah, I really paid careful attention to this assignment you gave me, Pete. So I went with this guy, Mercurio, for number 2. Number 3, I went with the Time Twisters. Yeah.
Some new evil team. I don't know.
This is probably like from 1974, 75, probably 75. But the Time Twisters, I went through my collection. I never saw any more Time Twisters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shake and shout. Move on.
You know, you got to remember what Marvel was doing at the time is they're trying to introduce new villains.
Like this guy.
So.
The Storm Giant. I like him. I think they should have brought him back. But again, he's a one-hit wonder. I love the way this cover... I needed this one for a while in my collection. I needed this issue to complete my 240s in the run of Thor. But this is a great cover. A really good cover. And I think I got it from our buddy in New Paltz.
That's right. It looks like one of those stickers.
Yep. Then I went with Stilt Man. Stilt Man, come on. This is the only...
Biggest mismatch of all time right there.
Yeah, how is this Stilt Man? Why would you even put this guy up against a god of thunder? It's like, I don't even think this should have even been produced. But, okay, he's a villain. He's in our arsenal. And I have one honorary member... El Toro Rojo. Really? You're going to put Thor in a wrestling ring against a wrestler? I don't know. I read this a couple years ago when I got it, but this is pretty obscure for a villain.
Yep.
You know, so this is my honorable mention.
That
wraps up my top 5 villain picks with
a good one.
A bonus there. And that concludes this episode of Comic Book Geezer's top 5 villains and top 5 one-hit wonders for Thor. Stay tuned as we do it again for the Incredible Hulk, and we're going to flip it. I'm going to pick the top 5 villains, and Pete's going to pick the 5 obscure ones. So stay tuned for that. I have really given that one some serious consideration. So I'm Wild Bill saying stay tuned for that.
See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.